Grizz first because I know I already asked y'all, but I'm gonna go back over y'all to y'all too if y'all don't mind. I think we are live. Let me get this thing paused. Get this. So, guys, welcome to another episode, guys. Tonight we're gonna talk about this new Axial AX24, and we got several guys on the panel tonight. I consider them all experts.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Expert.
Yeah. Expert.
So we got,
What's up? What's up?
We got Jonathan on here. Not Jonathan, I'm sorry, Justin. We got B&B Speed, that's Vince. We got Matt, that's Small Crawls. We got Anthony Bartow. We got Double A, Aaron, and we got Brendan Grizzworks RC. Thank you guys for joining. And we're gonna get right into it, man. I'm gonna go to you, Grizz.
All right.
One of the last one to sign on. Give me your thoughts, Grizz.
I like it, honestly. I think it's a good move for Axial. Comps are getting more common. Where these are going to be sold is pretty much mostly going to be in hobby stores. So you're going to have, and a lot of the hobby stores now have 24 crawler courses in them, and they're starting to do comps, which is what this is clearly built for.
Right.
So I think it's a smart move on their part. I know there's a lot of people disappointed in it, but you know, Axial has plenty of market research to prove that this is going to be a good seller, and you can already see that they're selling like crazy. Like most hobby stores are already getting pre-orders for them, and they've already got a ton of pre-orders online for them. So I mean, clearly there's a market for it. I do think there were some things that should have been changed if it's going to be a comp truck. Shouldn't have come with dog bones. It shouldn't have been the stock servos that we hate that are on the AX24s, and it should have had a stronger motor in it. All of that would have been, you know, another $15 or so on the cost of the vehicle, and it would have been a better vehicle out of the box, because all that's going to be stuff that people change anyway.
Yeah. I mean, and that's the way I looked at it. I know for me, when I look at I don't care what it is I look at, I'm already looking at how I want to build it, taking the stuff off of it. But that's just in my mind. But everybody's different. Some people get it and they want to drive it like it is. But I feel like, I mean, I'm gonna take all that stuff off anyway. As soon as I already saw stuff. Turbos right away, ESC right away. Of course, you know I'm gonna use my own radio, so receiver ESC combo, that got to go. What else?
I like how that's integrated though on that stock radio. How they do the four-wheel steer with
it's pretty cool.
Channel 3 switch. Like I think that's smart.
Yeah, I think that's how the big capper was too.
Yeah,
I don't know. I didn't pay attention. I was out with my friend who has one of the new Capras, and I don't remember how he was switching it.
I'm pretty sure it's the same exact remote, and it was like the same.
It might be. Well, so, you know what? No, he has something rugged on his Spectrum.
Oh, right. So he's got different.
Yeah, he swapped everything out.
Yeah. But dude, I think you're right on, Grizz. I think your opinion on the truck is perfect. I think the same thing.
I mean, honestly, my thoughts are
a lot of people don't like it, but I think a lot of people didn't like the 24s at first too, you know.
Right.
Well, and I think most of the people that don't like it, that's not their main market for this truck. It's just not. Like, most of the people that are saying they don't like it aren't the ones that are going to go and buy $160 cheap, you know, entry level RTR. Those are the people that are going to custom build them. So if they're going to do that anyway, then what's it matter?
I have to agree because I mean,
I agree.
Justin say all the time.
There was a lot of shade in the groups today. You know, like a lot of shade.
As always.
Yeah. Every release that's going to be the thing, because it's not what they wanted.
It's going to be a banger. It's going to be a hot sale. It's going to be a good one.
I think it is too.
It's going to be a must. It's going to be a must after everyone starts running them and doing the upgrades. It's going to be a must for everyone to have.
Because there's already people talking about the stuff they're going to do to it. What's up, Osborne? Let me speak to the guys in the chat. Then I'm going to jump to the next person. We got the shop Ken. What's up, Ken? If you want the link, let me know, Ken. We got Dennis, Trail Crawlers, Gucci Skunk, JD. Who else we got here? Scott. Scott was on here, but he jumped off. JM's RC, Edge of Texas. And if you guys want the link, let me know. I'll send you guys the link as well. Okay. Since Osborne, you just coming in last, I'm gonna go ahead and get your opinion. So you saw it, and I think I talked to you today. What do you think?
Well, from looking at it, it reminds me of that Lotus crawler that Dustin has.
hmm
It looks dang near identical to
The one that who has? I'm sorry.
Dustin, upper left.
Upper left.
Oh yeah. The what's that truck called? Man, I can't think. I know what you're talking about though.
Is the Devastator?
Yeah, Devastator. That's
Yeah.
it. Yep.
It looks a lot like that.
So
It's
you like
just
it?
it runs off of light
Nope.
books instead of the AAA batteries like his does.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, it seems like it would be pretty decent, but at the same time, looking at it does kind of look, from just the body itself, it does look kind of toy grade
Yeah.
instead of hobby grade.
But are you familiar with the AX10?
Huh?
So basically, that's what the AX10 was.
It's a copy of the AX10
Yeah.
body, which is their first,
Which is the
essentially
first-
the first RTR crawler on the
There you
market
go.
was the
That's the very
AX10.
first one that came out about 13 years
Okay.
ago.
Yeah.
Dennis, I sent you the-
2007.
Yeah. Dennis, I sent you the link on IG and Edge of Text. I can send it to you as well if you want it. What's up, Miniline?
Like we were
I
talking about
definitely
earlier
do.
before we went live, I'm just very happy they didn't go with the same platform as a lot of other RCs do.
Yeah,
They do a release with the same frame, same everything. This time they went a whole.
and let's be honest. Most people got a ton of SCX24s.
Mhm.
I honestly don't want another one. But don't get me wrong, I'm just being honest. They so addicted. They came out with something. I wish they had done something like that truck that Aaron got, that red truck with the. But I mean, being that they didn't, I'm glad they came out with something different. Let me just say it like that.
Totally different. Now it's going to get more excitement back into the hobby again.
Right, and I know Grizz, you must be. I see the wheels rolling over there, so I know you already got some plans for it.
Oh, I already know what I'm doing first thing when it comes in.
I knew that.
I already I've started drawing the plans for it. I just don't have measurements yet.
Yeah. I'm gonna jump to I guess Barto. Let me know what you think, Barto.
I mean, yeah, I see a lot of potential for it, but I mean, I wasn't in the RC community 13 years ago, so I mean, that's my
What's the link, Corey?
first time.
I say Ken's asking for the link. I'm sorry,
Okay,
but
let me send it to him. Let me send it. Thanks for letting me know.
So I haven't really seen anything like it before, but I think it's pretty cool. Definitely see potential for it in the future of being almost like what everybody says, like a comp crawler almost, but kind of like a cheater rig, but
Right. That's exactly
24th scale.
That's exactly what I see it.
So like just imagine that little thing with some beefed up electronics,
Yep.
2 NSD servos,
Let's just be honest. That's what you're gonna do anyway as soon as you get it, Barto.
Yeah. So why? Yeah. So why would they invest more money into the electronics so they know everyone's just going to throw them away anyways?
I
Yeah.
guarantee you, Barto, you got 2 or 3 of those servos sitting right there already.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's all
I
we're
do.
going to do is take them out and do it. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Now I might not go as far as to do the NSDRC on that. Since it's 2, I'll probably end up just doing like some nice, I don't know, something nice.
You can never have too many.
Yeah, see, he always every time I see him, he got a stack of them. So.
I'll tell you what servos I'm putting on it. Did you see Injora?
I saw those.
Yeah, they're
Oh.
11 kilogram
I wonder
servos.
what's the price point gonna be.
Yeah, they're not out yet. They teased them on their Instagram.
Yeah,
They're
I did
11
see that.
kgs.
They teased a
Yeah.
bunch of stuff today. What's
Yep.
up, Ken?
What's
And
up,
they
guys?
freaking they commented on one of Axial's posts too about the already having mods for the AX24.
Yeah.
they were like stop stealing our job.
Hey,
Since
Well,
Ken
one thing,
just-
another thing too that was brought up earlier is that it comes in with bearings.
yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It does.
It comes with bearings already. So
I mean,
that's a plus. That's a very good
I'm
plus.
excited about it.
yeah.
And I'll tell y'all, man, honestly, 13 years ago, because I got a buddy, y'all probably have seen it on my channel. He bought 2 of those when they first came out. I was in the speed, we were racing on the circuit. We go to Arkansas and race in Memphis all the time. So I thought that was the weirdest thing. I thought it was the dumbest thing ever. But man, he called us like the other 2 days ago, and his AX10 went everywhere that our rigs went, and it actually went better in some cases. So
Yep.
I mean, if it's anything like that, and you know we can make it like this, so that ain't gonna be a big deal, you know.
Well, and I guarantee you, is right out of the box. If you compare it to any SCX24, it's going to perform better. Like it just will.
Why wouldn't I just,
Well, I think as long I don't know. The deadbolt's pretty good, and I think that if you the COG, the center of gravity on this thing looks really high, but I guess the
Yeah.
extra servo on it will help. Just weight, but it's weight in the rear, so that's not necessarily good. But you know, it is going to be pretty capable just because it's got bigger tires too. And so I don't know. What I really like about it is that it's a new chassis, right?
Yeah.
Like the fact that it's a new chassis is nice. It's not just another of the 5 SCX24s we already have with a new body and maybe a minor change. It's a new chassis. So that's pretty cool, even though it's kind of a high COG chassis. It'll be cool for like mud boggers or even monster trucks. Right?
Who's gonna keep it like that though? Be honest.
Well, no, I know. Well, so
yeah.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. If you're
Oh,
going to
the
build something
monster
ground
truck
up,
potential.
here's the thing. If you're going to build something like most of us do, at least in this chat, ground up, you're not going to use it anyway. Most of the time, I mean, why would you buy a $160 truck just to replace everything on it? What are you keeping? The axles?
Axles and transmission, probably.
That's what we do.
Okay, right. So it's
That's
not.
kinda
It's
what we
not,
do
it's
to
not
We're gonna do that.
That's what we
so
do,
it's
man.
not for us. It's not
There's,
for.
there's,
it's
two,
not-
there's two markets. There's this market, and then there's the kid that's gonna buy it, and it's gonna do exactly what he wants.
100%.
It's gonna do
100%.
exactly what he wants. It's gonna flip over more than he wants, but that's what it's built. He's gonna pick it up, flip it back over, and keep on driving. It's gonna do exactly what he wants.
Exactly. So what another thing that you guys mentioned before I got on was you think it's good for the comp scene. And here's the problem with it being a quote unquote comp rig. The fact that it's a class 3 out of the box.
Currently,
It's
it
a
is.
class 3
Yeah.
comp rig,
Right.
which means it's going to get destroyed by every other comp rig out there. Unless they have a box stock class 3 or something weird.
It's
You
gonna
know?
be its own
Yeah,
class. Yeah.
I think if more of these start to come out, it's going to end up getting its own class.
Yeah,
Because it's not
own class.
it's not the same.
I'm seeing
It's
it
a
more of its
completely
own
different
class.
frame and everything. So
I
that
talked about
also
that earlier. I said,
messes
that's
with
what
the class.
it's own class.
Well, but here's the thing. Why a lot of things can get their own classes, but they never do, right? Like
I know we can't say that, man, because
No, this definitely will. This definitely will because it's going to bring a new fresh air to the you know the community.
That in some areas, Mass Chassis got his own class.
Really?
yeah, I guess it's gonna depend. Yeah, locally.
Because
Locally
it's way more advanced. It's way more advanced than the stock chassis. Exactly.
Yeah, I mean,
what
really,
I also like about
this-
it is to use the rear steer. It's all on that trigger. So I mean, you can run it just in single mode where you just have the front wheels turning.
I see some crazy sporty
Well, but it's
chassis
not even
coming
a-
out for that thing.
Oh yeah,
So,
me
yeah.
too.
Already, Barto?
Yeah.
Wow.
Damn.
You got
No, he don't. He just sees it coming in the future.
Oh no, yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, it's an SCX24, guys. Every part
Yeah,
that
dude.
already exists is
Yeah.
like already there. Like what?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be a hater here. Like I just want to be the other side because you guys
No,
are
I
all
agree.
loving on it right
So
now.
it's the same axles you're saying? It's the same
It's the
axles on
exact
this
same.
thing?
It's an SCX24, guys.
Yeah, it's the
Every
same
part
thing.
of it is exactly the same.
Yeah.
It's just a frame. It's just a frame and the
It's
shocks are
literally
different.
it's a okay. So here's what's different. It's a different frame, and it's different electronics, and obviously a different body.
Same
that's it, though.
wheelbase.
Same wheel. Same.
Why
Same
change the
wheelbase,
axles if you
same-
know they work? If they know they work though, you wouldn't change something that works though. So
Right.
that's
No,
why
I
they're
agree.
going with
And
the
so
same
the
axles.
thing that makes me most happy about this thing is that they went back to electronics that have a channel 2. So now, and that's the best part of this thing is you can
Yeah.
just slap a brushless in it, and you get to keep those electronics and that rear steer.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's sick. That
Oh,
alone.
that's cool.
Yeah, that alone is what I think is the value in this thing. Again, it's $160. You get a free front axle and servo, and you get better electronics. Now, I don't know if the slow crawl is as good as a V2. If it's a V1, some may argue it's a downgrade, right? Because a V2's got better slow crawl, it's got better light functions. I don't know if this thing even has light functions, but if it's a V2 with a channel 2 and the 4-wheel steering functionality that's in the transmitter, that's
pretty
a
fat.
hit on its own. That alone is a hit. But for everybody out there that's like, oh, cool upgrades coming on this thing, there's gonna be so much awesome stuff. There's not. It's an SCX24. Nothing new is gonna come out. I mean, very few new things. Obviously, Axial released some upgrades already, but they're just the same upgrades we already have.
they're the same
just their
upgrades.
own version.
Yeah, their own version of stuff we already have. Yeah.
Right. And I'm not hating on, again, there will be new things come out because people are like, they get inspired by the 4-wheel steering. So maybe there'll be stuff in that realm. But again, it's not like it's a new platform. It's a totally existing platform. But like I said, I like that Axial took a step to make it different by giving us a new chassis, bigger wheels. And it's a throwback. They're hitting 2 markets with it. There's really 3 markets, right? There's 3 markets. There's the new guys. There's the serious guys, whether they're new or old. And then there's the old guys. Those are kind of your 3 markets. This hits the new guys and it hits the old guys. It doesn't necessarily hit the serious guys.
So how long does it take you to become one of the old guys?
Well, I think the nostalgia side, right? It's the nostalgia.
I mean,
like the people that
if
were
you're as
around
old as
when that
Dennis,
came out.
then you're an older guy.
Oh, there we go. Dennis definitely know about it. The AXC.
Right.
I mean, it's like
Leave a comment below. Let us know.
I'm sorry, Dennis.
by old guys, those guys that have been in the crawling game for a long time. Like I remember when the AX10 came out.
Exactly.
So.
Those guys are the guys that they're targeting. Those guys that want something cool and nostalgic because they remember it. And then the younger guys that are like, that's cool, 4-wheel steering, totally awesome. You know, and they like the jacked up rigs, or not everybody. I'm not trying to pigeonhole people, but a lot of newer people like tall rigs, big tires.
You're right about that. You are absolutely
They do. It takes a while before people realize that the best rigs are the lightest, lowest rigs.
That's true. Yep. Mm-hmm. It'll take a long time.
If you're competition, if you're competing.
If you're competing, scale, wanting something for scale and trailing and stuff like that, that's a different story, right? But I don't think that's what this market is.
Yeah, that's not what this truck is for.
Right. No.
I mean, I don't get the Walmart look thing. I don't think it looks like that.
Oh, it does.
It does. The body looks like
there's
a
quite a
Walmart
few.
RC.
There's quite a few Walmart trucks that look almost identical.
But again, take the body off, and it's not a Walmart RC.
Yeah, it's not a Walmart RC.
No, so were y'all around when this came out? Because to me, it just put me in the mind of what came out back then. That I thought.
But even that truck back then looked like a Walmart RC.
Yeah, it didn't. So it didn't look like the Walmart RCs of that day, but it looked like the current Walmart RCs are.
Right.
so let's ask Dennis. I'm gonna come back to y'all. Double A, I haven't got you. I'm gonna get your opinion and small crawls and Justin. I want to ask Trail Crawls. He was around when the AX10 came out. I was too. I wasn't crawling. I didn't want anything to do with it. I thought it was weird. So how was the AX10 when it came out, Dennis? I'm sure you had 1 or 2 or 3.
No, I didn't get into it until probably a couple of years ago with the crawlers, but I've been trailing for a while.
Okay. You've been around.
As far as the AX10 and the way that this looks, one, it sits too tall. The tires are too big. They need to go with the smaller tire, lower the center of gravity, move the electronics to underneath inside the chassis rails.
We're gonna do all that.
I cannot agree more.
Yeah, well, that's what he's doing.
That's gonna happen quick.
They're targeting a market, but they're targeting a market. Look at the first thing every new guy does is put big long shocks and big tires on their truck.
Yep.
Right. But
that's if you don't crawl real rocks. That's if you don't really do crawl. That's if you really don't do crawling. Of course, you're gonna go lift it. You know,
I'm saying new guys. You know,
I definitely think it's a good move by Axial.
But my whole take on this, the way that it's set up, it's not good for crawling, and it's not going to be good just for playing around in the house because you're going to constantly be getting up, flipping it back over. Constantly. I mean,
maybe the tires are big enough or wide enough. If it's got a wide enough stance, you won't flip too much on flat ground. My other concern is I've heard that the rear steer doesn't track straight. So if you can't adjust the rear steer trim, that might be a problem.
You can't.
Oh, you cannot.
So Corey, when is the public actually going to get their hands on this? When's the release date for the public?
They just ordered one, so I don't. You said they didn't give you a thing, right?
I was talking to a local store, and they said around February 25th.
Yeah, mid to late February.
Mid-February, late February. It seems like it's been the rule of thumb to go about a month after.
Yeah, except for the Capper 18. That thing came out like 2 days after they announced it.
Because they had an 18 to compete with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
18.
Right.
Yeah,
Hey,
you
at
don't
least
wanna
this
get
isn't a
caught
24.
sleeping, yeah.
At least it's
The
a
number,
24,
you're right.
not a
Yeah.
18 that they call it 24.
I just wish they would have done something with trailing arms.
You know, kudos for Axial trying to come out with something different. You know, at least it's not a Jeep. But instead of grasping
Or a
at
Bronco.
straws and saying, you know, hey, let's get into this side, you know, come up with a whole new platform for the 10 scale side and have this at the same time.
What I would have liked to have seen would have been essentially the Muse chassis or the Injora chassis as a box stock, because they could have easily taken a hint from the Injora chassis. If you take that Injora new buggy chassis and you slap it on a C10 or JLU stock, it's awesome. That is such a great rig. And they could have just done that. Give us a tube chassis box stock.
They could have done like a Wraith, a 24th scale Wraith. That would have been amazing.
Yep, that would have been awesome. And it's not hard to do.
Yeah, a Wraith or even a Rift.
A Rift, yeah.
It looked really good.
A Rift
everybody
would have
wanted
been
was the
great,
Capra, a
especially
24th
if they
Capra.
Well,
went-
they really did make a competitive chassis this time. I'll tell you that. A real competitive chassis. It looks competitive with all the tweaking and all the modifications we're going to do. It looks like it's going to be a real good chassis. Honestly.
Justin, what's your thoughts, Justin?
And I like it. I like it. I want to build one. I think it's a good move by Axial. I think they're going to sell the shit out of them.
I think so.
I like the body. I guess I'm the only one.
I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see one modded out, completely modded out. I can't wait.
Me too. I mean, I like it. I think a lot of people's going to change their mind once they get it in their hand.
Exactly. That's what I'm thinking.
You already got several people. I know of 2 people already now. I'm gonna say 3 that's already coming up with stuff. You got one of them on the screen now, and the other guy was on earlier. Man, I'm sure Flub is gonna be doing something. I think it's gonna be so much stuff.
Yeah.
That it's gonna be doing.
Well, it's Axial. The thing that gets me is I like it. I like everything about it because it's Axial 24 based.
Right.
Like that's why I like it. That's what I like to build. I like to build 24 scale Axial based trucks, and that's what this is. Another option for that. That's my take on it. I like it. You know
what would have been amazing?
So now I got 2 servos that are going to burn out.
Thank you.
You're going to throw them away anyways.
What the
Throw
fuck?
them away anyways.
You know, it could have been amazing for this truck. What could have really set this truck apart? What could have really set this truck apart would have been if they put ring and pinion in the axle.
Instead of
instead of the worm gear.
The Injora chassis looks better. The Injora buggy thing for $29 looks so much better than this.
Without a doubt.
Well, you can buy this for 160 and then spend $30 and slap that on there.
And
And
it'll
have
probably, other than the skid, it'll bolt right up. It's a different skid on it.
Yeah, you have to get a skid.
It is
Has
a
that
flat
body
skid.
has that body been around for a while, or is that a new body?
That Injora chassis has been out for a month.
No,
maybe.
that body on that new Axial.
It's a throwback
to an
to
old
something
body.
from like 2005.
The
So they
24
done-
scale version has not. It's not out, right? It's never been out.
Yeah,
It's a
never
large
been out.
version.
Yeah, no one has that body. It's a fresh body too. Then it's a fresh look.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah, it's a new body.
Sort of. It's a copy of one of their old bodies from 07. It's an X10.
I understand
body.
when you see the orange one, everyone says Walmart, but when you see the green one, it kind of doesn't scream out too much Walmart.
Yeah, I like the green and black one a lot.
Yeah, it doesn't scream that much Walmart quality. That one.
No, it doesn't say Walmart. It just says Target.
Built a blue and white one a couple months ago.
Don't get me wrong, I am gonna get one, but
I think I'm gonna get one too.
You know what? When they come out with a clear body, I'll do a Walmart paint job on it.
You should.
Just say Walmart on it.
I am gonna switch
It'll
out
say
the
New
body.
Bright all
I'm
over,
thinking
no?
about just throwing a cliffhanger on it.
New
Like a
Bright
lot of these
Adventure
guys have
Force.
been
whatever.
saying on
Oh, I'm
Facebook.
getting some
Hey,
new bright stickers right now.
Get a little mannequin, paint him as a Walmart employee driving it.
Yep,
Oh,
that's awesome.
Hey,
All
it doesn't
the-
have
all
an
the hobby
interior,
shops.
right?
No, it doesn't. It's
No
full
interior.
painted.
All
Just
the
stickers on
shops
the
that are
windows.
going to be getting them,
What's up with
they
the
need to
height
have one on
for the
display so you could actually drive it before you
Right.
either spend or, like a lot of people are going to say, waste your money on it.
It looks like you can only run that battery.
Yeah,
On that chassis, yeah, which is
The
sucks.
ESC is mounted up above the battery.
Yeah, it's got really bad center of gravity.
Hey, Corey, do you have
I
any
bet you
pictures
I'll
of
have a
the
different
turnout
battery
of
in
where the
ESC
battery mounted?
way
Any
better.
post pictures?
Oh, I couldn't hear
It
you.
just doesn't look fabulous.
From a performance
I don't know.
standpoint, and that's what I'm saying. Like everybody's saying, oh, it's entry into comp, but it's kind of not.
Here's an entry into
I
comp.
don't think it's entry into comp either.
No.
You know, like
But I think
I
it
mean,
will
it would
crawl
take a
better.
little bit to get it in.
These hobby shops that have these courses will sell the shit out of them because they'll
Yep.
sell them and people will want to crawl them right there.
Yeah, I
what
right there and
version-
then. Yeah,
what
they're not
version
gonna
of
have time to let.
electronics
Yeah,
does it have?
they're not gonna have
I
time
think
to
the
have someone
rear.
drive them
I think
back.
the rear steer is what's going to sell it.
It has a whole new version of electronics. Is it going to be good? Are they like?
Yeah, are
They
gonna
seem to
good?
be better.
Electronics.
I bet
It
you they're
doesn't
not as
matter.
good
You
as the
guys are gonna
V2.
take them out anyways and throw
Yeah,
some your own stuff in there.
Well, that's what's nice about it is you don't have to rip the electronics out to put a FureTech in it or any.
Oh,
brushless.
that's right. It's compatible with a brushless. That's
You can run it.
Ah,
That's what makes
yeah.
it awesome. And
That's
then you
what-
get to keep your
That
rear
is-
steer functionality.
That does make
That's gonna
it
be nice. Yeah,
That's
gonna
that's
be nice.
the
that's
only
a positive.
the other downside to it is
There's a pro. Tick.
it is only 3 channels. So your third channel is your rear servo. So there's no light accessory. There's no accessory channels or anything on it. So I'm guessing the rock lights that are on it are just straight power off the
They must be.
ESC.
Yeah,
It
that's
must
what I
be.
said. I seen some rock lights pointing toward the back end.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's got
on
rock
that one
lights
of the-
all
You
around.
can always add to them
It's got
wires for
rock
the other
lights.
lights. So
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
dude,
thinking
that's
that
even that's a more of a bonus for that
I
price.
like rock lights.
Now,
Yeah, because that's
would-
one less thing you got to do to the rig when you get it.
Well,
would
what
they
I'm
be
saying is,
compatible
yeah,
with every other SEX though.
I won't add them, but if they're on there, I like them.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Exactly.
Have you seen a
One
good
look.
picture of the ESC? You can see how many channels there are on the ESC, how many servo slots.
That's what
one
I would like
one
to
of
see.
the I can't remember which video I saw today that had it, and it was only a motor and 2 servos, and then there's a
yeah, I see the
bind
chat too
slot,
over there. I see y'all
and
too
then
don't like it.
there's a bind spot on it, and then a brake jumper.
So there's only
that
2
green one
actual
looks-
servo
that
slots,
green one
1,
looks
2, and
good.
3.
Correct. Yeah. So
Wow.
yeah, your front servo is channel 1, then you got your motor in channel 2, and then you got rear servo in channel 3, which channel 3 is the switch that's on the actual radio.
I wonder if the rock lights are
Oh,
plugged
there
into
you
the
go.
channel too, since it's not really
There he goes
used.
right there. There's a
Yeah, you
picture
can't
right on
see
the
the
screen.
plugs.
There you
There's another picture.
The plugs are on the top
Heck.
there. You can see them.
Well, not the servo
You
plugs.
can see 'em.
You can't see the
Yeah,
servo plugs.
you can see them there. Yeah,
go.
the top there. They're on the side of the thing. So top portion of the picture right there.
Right, but is that
Yeah.
so? That first
On
one's
the very
obviously
top.
channel 1. Then there's an empty channel 2 for the brushless, and
And it
then in
looks like
channel
the-
3.
Yeah, it looks like the lights are probably into the bind slot because there is power going to the bind
Oh, the
slot.
bind slot. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. The bind. Yep, I didn't think about that.
Hey, thank you,
Well,
Corey,
I
for
also-
sharing that picture
so
with us,
that's
man.
one thing I hate.
sweet.
I really hate having to use a bind wire. That is something that sucks.
Yeah.
It's definitely got different link sets too, front and rear. I thought they might be the same, but they look different.
No, they are different. You're right.
They're
The link
different,
sets
and
are very
the
different.
the servo trays are different too.
Oh, really?
And it's
Yeah.
actually 4-link, which is nice.
Yeah,
a
it's
true
4-link.
4-link.
But they look
Well,
like
they-
Y links
yeah.
up front, huh? Up top though, right?
No, they're spread
not?
out.
It looks like
No,
They're
it's
actually
4-link.
separated.
Yeah, because if you look at the servo mount that they have, because they have the brass one that you can get, you can see where the 2 slot into on it because they're set out
And-
wide.
And actually, Corey, if you go back to the over top picture, what he's talking about looks like a Y-link is actually the body mount
Oh,
on the
that's what
front
that
and
is?
back. Yeah,
got
those
you.
are body mounts. Those aren't the
Oh,
links.
all right, all right. Yeah, because from that top picture, it does look like 2 Y mounts, 2 Y links.
Yeah, no, yeah, those are the body mounts.
Yeah, it's Velcro on front and back.
With
But I right away I would do magnets. Right away.
Make your COG even higher. Let's go.
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah,
magnets are
looks
actually
like
going to
it.
be a
Yeah,
good move
remember,
for it,
take
just
all-
because
I would take all the ESC, all this stuff not gonna be on anymore. As soon as I
The-
get it, I'll be tearing it down. So
the only reason I don't think magnets are going to be good is because I think it's going to cause a lot of movement because that back one, everything is Velcroed on. There's nothing actually bolted into place, and the back
Yeah, but-
is
but
still
it's-
a
From what I
tilt.
understand, though, is some people making some.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be shaky. The body's probably gonna be shaky.
Yeah, but
I really
but-
like those skid plates. I like those skid plates. They look
The
killer
skids are
on it.
awesome.
both sides
Yeah,
look
the skids are awesome.
Yeah, they
Now,
look
now, are
nice.
those skid plates, are they gonna be able to be mounted on anything?
No.
'Cause
Probably
putting
not.
those skid
Probably
plates
not.
on a
I think
deadbolt
that's
would be
pulling
badass.
the links together.
I haven't. Have you seen the actual the actual belly plate?
Or the rock sliders.
It's
Sorry,
just a
the
flat
rock
skid
sliders.
Probably
underneath.
part of the skid.
I think it's part of the skid.
I wonder if the bolt pattern is
It's
the
gotta
same.
be
If it's the
part of the
same,
skid.
if it's the same 4 bolts in the same spacing. If it's the same bolt pattern and spacing, you can swap skids.
I like it because it's real narrow and it just kind of widens up as it gets as it goes up toward the body. It stays narrow lower as it gets lower. I like it.
So is
And-
it a stock transmission as well?
Yeah, it's the same trans and motor in there.
Yeah, I think just lowered a little bit, just like the Axial, lowered a little bit with a little few mods here and there. It'll be a damn good performance.
No, that so
Yeah.
everything's
those-
different. If you look at where the links connect and everything, like the upper
Look at-
links connect up onto the chassis.
Yeah, I see.
Yep.
Oh, you're right. Yep.
Yeah, some trailer.
I like those tires. They look like the trenchers.
They're the
That's
The
Rock
Lizard
Lizard.
tires too.
Rock lizard, yeah.
Yeah, Rock Lizard.
I wish they would have given us some more shock mounting positions so you could lower the
That's
shocks.
coming too, Ken.
It's
I
a
guarantee
RTR,
you.
bro. No RTRs have that.
Yeah, all that's
No,
gonna
but
get
but I
aftermarket.
can move on a stock chassis. I can move my shocks without any additives. Like I can move it to a lot of different positions on the chassis. Whereas this looks like if you move them down, you're actually just going to compress the shock more.
You are.
Yeah, you
and you'll need different links for it.
Yeah, you're
You
gonna
have
have to
to
do something to move the shocks around. Something's gonna have to happen, for sure.
Yeah, you have to make a lot of changes to change anything on this thing. It looks like you can't just change the shocks. You can't just change the links. You got to change all of it. So that's
I bet
a
you can put like some
disadvantage,
47s or something on it and lower it down, and they'll bolt right in, like the ones that are out now, like the, just the regular double barrels.
Oh
That
yeah,
whatever
yeah.
link
I
that
think all
is.
the they're the exact same as the axial shocks except longer.
Yeah, well,
that's what I'm
they're
saying. So just a little
50,
shorter
51
one,
millimeter.
Yeah.
Some shorter shocks with maybe some oil. I think it'll do a lot better. But a lot of axials come like that with too tall. So, it's nothing new.
Yeah, but at least I can adjust them on the other ones without having to buy more shocks. And I'm
Correct.
talking strictly from a new guy, right? Like his first rig, he's trying to make changes.
What rig are you talking about? SCX24, where you put them down on the frame? That's what you're talking about?
Yeah, well, and there's more than just that. I mean, there's a lot of places on the stock SCX24. You could drill a new hole and put the shock in, and get way better articulation and ride height.
Well, I mean, you
But
could probably
this-
do that with this.
I don't think you'll be able to because of the way the frame is designed.
Not easy.
It's
And
not
again,
a-
if you do, it's going to compress the shock a lot.
Just buy
Yeah.
some grease. This is coming.
Hey, Corey.
Yeah.
Corey. Hey man, thanks for doing this for us, man. Especially on the brand new day, brand new subject,
Without y'all
brand new
jumping on it,
subject,
I wouldn't be able to do it.
fresh topic. We're out there, spreading the good.
Small cross. What's your thoughts?
What are my thoughts?
Yeah,
I think it's gonna be a hard pass,
There you go.
after our little bit of deliberation in the offline. Like, yes, it has its place, right? Yes, Axial didn't didn't mess up their marketing. They did, it's, in my opinion, it's a 24 with a little bit different chassis, right?
But let me ask you a
It's
question. If they came out with another 24, I think everybody be saying, "Oh man, why did they make another 24?"
Absolutely. But
Exactly.
you got to think.
Not if they made a Rift, not if they made a Capra.
I'm with you on that. I'm
Yeah,
totally.
like if they would have done like a U4, like if they would have jumped on that, like that
Yeah.
would have been.
Yeah.
I'm
that
totally
would've
with
made
you.
more sense.
But the actual size, though, we want the actual
Well,
size. See, that's one thing they kept with the actual 24 scale size. That's what we're happy about. They didn't go.
It's the same size as my Maz chassis, 100. It's exact same wheelbase, same width. It's just
Yeah.
It's
No,
not.
No,
a
but
ma-
we're talking about
Doesn't
if they would
look
come
as
out with a
nice.
Capra, they would need to stay
It-
this size. If they,
yeah,
if
yeah,
Axel would come out with a
100%.
Capra, it would be nice to stay this size.
If they came out with a 24 capper, it would be the actual 118th.
Yeah, it would
You
literally
mean,
be
you mean like this?
actual-
You mean like this big old boy right here?
Don't get me started on that.
But
You love
I'm
this
with
one. You
Edge of
love this
Texas, man.
one. Look at that.
I really want a 24 scale honcho like that. If there's a release
Yes.
that Axial's gonna do, I want.
I was
the
hoping it was a
honcho.
honcho. I was
Yeah,
hoping
if they would have done that, they would sell 1 million.
Aaron,
So
how
they-
did you sell,
Yeah.
Aaron?
But
They-
it, go
I
ahead.
muted you because we can hear you put those things there, but go ahead. What's your thoughts? I didn't get your thoughts.
I'm not going to say yay or nay on it right now because I haven't got my hands on it. I want to have my hands on it, feel it, and get a feel for it. You know what I mean? Feel how top heavy this is, how Walmart-ish the body looks. You know, you can see it. Look at a picture, look at a video. It's not the same as getting your actual hands on it.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Seeing it, you know, hands on. Then that's when I'm going to make my final decision. I think they could have done a lot of different things different.
Example, give us examples, man.
It's not, I don't know. It doesn't, there's not enough newness there for me. It's all same old to me.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes any sense.
I just want the electronics. I think that's awesome.
I'm interested for sure in the electronics.
Really?
And I would like to see those stock electronics because there's so many cheap options out there, right? To make the quote unquote comp crawlers with a brushless system in it with stock electronics. Like I have seen some silly builds out here on YouTube, and
I'm about to show y'all some crazy shit on some V1 electronics. Here, let me.
It makes me not like. I wish I didn't get a bunch of brushless stuff. I wish I would have tried out the brush
Oh, they got
side
some
of
good
it.
brush stuff out there. I'm not gonna lie.
Stock V1 electronics. We're doing some craziness.
Yeah, you are
Running
Holy
4
smokes.
servos.
So
Reefs.
I can't do this with the V2 electronics. And if I had the new electronics, this would be a little bit easier potentially.
You're doing an 8x8?
Maybe.
Yeah, that's exactly my thought, dude. That was exactly my thought. Was an 8x8.
Oh,
I
2
saw
front
an-
axles, 2
Who
rear
did that?
axles. Yeah.
Who did that one? Who did the mini 8x8 just
That
recently?
was Roger.
Centipede.
Roger
Dude,
And 2,
no, there's
yeah,
been a
2
couple,
brushless setups on there too.
I know
Jesus.
exactly what you're doing.
and it's all running off this old school.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Hey.
I can't wait to get my hands on one to compare it and run them against a stock bone and an upgraded.
Hope you're a good
I'm
video, Vince.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm gonna run a stock bone out the box
You got the weather, so
and then go upgrade as it goes.
All right, guys. On that note,
on the
my
stock
time is
V1
up.
ESC.
Yeah, I'm getting there as well, Ken. You have a good rest of your night, dude.
Yeah, I just wanted
appreciate
to
Later,
pop
Ken.
on it and give my very biased opinions on the new truck. I'm sure I'll talk. So I probably wouldn't buy it if I wasn't gonna have to be able to show it on the channel.
I know you get one, man.
I have to get
You already ordered. I bet you already ordered. I know you have.
it. Anyway, all right, guys.
Thanks, man.
I'm excited.
Have a good
for
one.
this, right? Speaking of new stuff, low C dragster.
Yeah, oh yeah. I saw that.
Yeah.
All righty. Peace, guys.
Later.
Peace.
Yeah.
So, Dennis, what would you change?
Yeah.
What's
I
that?
know you
Corey?
ain't into 24s, but just say if it was a 10 scale and it looked like that.
Order that shit, dude. I already thought put my goddamn
Well,
order in.
it's not that I hate the 24s. It's just I've messed with 24 and 28 scales for so long. These hands just don't work on the small shit
I
anymore.
agree with that about the Betty body.
Right.
But I don't know. If a local shop gets one in and you could actually drive it on a small course.
Yeah.
And it's impressive, that's one thing. But if you drive it on the course and it doesn't do what Axial says with the articulation and any of the ability, then you're just throwing $159 just into a bucket.
Yeah, I agree.
I can't see spending $159 on that, or even like on that 18th scale capper. To me, it's a waste of money.
Man, I'm in love with the capper now, and I hadn't even driven one.
Hey, don't you have those upgrades for that Capra that they sent you from RC 4-wheel drive still, Corey?
Yeah, I hadn't bought the camper yet though. I just got back in town, man. I was working on a project last week, so
I can't wait to see you do that TRX 4M.
man, I'm gonna have to do it now since you sent me the parts. You forced me to do
You're
it,
gonna
man.
love them. They run great, man. They can keep up with a lot of rigs out the box. I'm very surprised.
I believe I just hadn't driven mine yet. I got to get a camper, and I think I'm just gonna swipe my credit cards. What I'm gonna do.
Do you got snow out there? Is that what it is?
No. We don't really get snow here, man. Every now and then we get snow, but it's very light. We rarely. I mean, the snow we get is like nothing.
I've been dying to go to the
Dennis got
mountains
all
and
the
get some snow videos up.
And Anthony Marco got all the snow.
I got a little bit of
Don't be
snow.
swearing in front of me like that, man. We haven't had any for a while. I don't want to see it.
Yeah, you're not wrong, Dennis. So you might as well just brace yourself. Let me speak
Sorry.
to
We're
Chad. I'm
getting
sorry,
some
Chad.
tomorrow.
We got
They're
Blade.
saying tomorrow and Wednesday we're gonna get hit hard.
Oh man.
I just had to shovel out in front of my window because the snow's
Zach.
piling up.
Yeah, we don't get it like that. I wish we get it. What's up, Louis?
How's it going?
He's how you doing, ladies?
What up, Louis?
Jimmy Jr.
Not much. Did you get that?
How you doing,
post?
Hood Wiz?
How you doing, Wiz?
How's it going, everybody?
What's up, Hoodwiz?
What do you think? Ed Texas?
Hey Corey, did you get that post I sent you?
Oh, hold on. Let me look.
Yo, Hood.
Yo, what's up? What's good, bro?
What's up, man?
Oh, that's what we talking
Check it
about.
out,
That's what we
man.
talking about. The new truck. That's what we talking about.
Yeah, I know
Looking
you're
good.
talking about the new truck. Yeah, I just sent you that, but nobody's talked about the new parts that I heard.
Oh, I didn't bring them up. I'm sorry. Let me
Okay.
put them up.
Because there's the new hubs, weighted hubs with optional weight on them
Thanks for saying that. Because
from Axial. There's also, they're
They've got the brass skid plate for it also.
yeah, they got the flat black
Yep.
brass skid plate. They got the Axial diff cover now, brass diff cover. And these hubs, these weighted hubs look really.
Thanks for telling me who it was. I forgot to bring it
Yeah,
up.
yeah. If that post right there shows probably the best picture I can find of them.
Yeah, I'll pull them up right here. So you
Yeah.
can see the one on the,
They fell short on that servo mount though.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
can still only put the stock servo in it.
Yeah, I don't see the point of that.
yeah. Because
I like that.
I didn't know that, but yeah,
Those are nice.
that's
Yeah.
the case. Yeah.
Hey, thank you for
you
pointing that
gotta
out.
show
Hood
them.
Wiz.
You gotta
These
show the
are
hubs on the
nice.
truck. You gotta show them on the truck though. People
Oh,
understand. And that post it'll show exactly.
Yeah, there's a picture of it in their post.
Yeah, on the Instagram, the one I exact
Instagram?
post I
Okay.
sent you. Yeah, the exact post I sent
Let
you.
me pull up the
Everybody
Instagram
gets
and I'll
the,
come back.
you get a better idea, and it's a lot different pictures than everybody's been shown so far. So
I'm surprised how light those diff covers are though. I think they're only 6
it's a
grams.
9.2 and a 5.2 gram on the hub, two
Yeah.
different weights, and then
Oh, they do have two different weights. Okay.
yeah, one's a 9.2 gram, and the other one's like 5.2.
I do like how the Axial logo is like stamped into it.
Yeah, well, that's what I said. Finally, Axial put out their own product.
Yeah, put out their own brass. That's pretty
They
sweet.
so they used to do upgrade parts, but the aftermarket took over, and so they stopped doing it.
Yes. So these hubs are what I'm.
Yeah, these hubs are
in.
nice.
Yeah,
I
these
like
hubs
them.
are what I'm interested in, because the other thing is you can choose whether you want all the non-centrifugal weight, or you could choose whether you want before the axle, head of axle weight,
Fire.
or behind axle weight, or both.
Yep.
See, like these are both half moons. So each one of
Yeah.
us half moons. The front one's like 9 something, the back
There you
one's
go.
like 5 something.
That's
There you
tight.
go.
Man, those are
That-
nice.
That other
that's
half
nice.
disc, that other half disc in the back is CNC to the hub. So that other half disc you see behind that is part of it. If you go to the first photo and zoom in, it'll show the back of the hub system.
Oh, they killed it. They
Right
killed
there,
it.
yeah, if you
They
zoom
killed
into
it. They
that
killed
right
it.
there, you can see the entire back of the hub. I got in close enough. So that half moon in the back is CNC to the hub. So that's part of it. It's the only pieces that you can replace are there's 2 weights. There's 4 weights 2 for
Oh,
each.
that's
hub.
they killed it. They killed
think about
it.
it,
This very capable rig now. It's gonna be very capable with that.
So what you think about it with?
The truck itself.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, they could have sold anybody the damn cage. I mean, but they do. They printed a body and they made a chassis. I mean, fuck. I mean, who needs axles? I got them sitting around by the piles here, ready to rock.
So what would you have liked this? Him saying,
Dude, like I was talking to Jim earlier on the phone, because I need to get his slurry recipe, for the plastic shit. And I was telling him, like, as Small Crawls just said, the word honcho.
I knew
that fucking pre-order. They could have took the same chassis, slapped the honcho body on it, and I guarantee pre-orders have been sold out.
I guess, but I mean,
but this here, I think has it's a niche. I don't know what the word would be, but it has its own person. It has its own class, just like in the 110 scale. Not everybody, is into that chassis style, I guess.
Right.
So if they would just release the honcho body, everybody would just buy the honcho body, pretty much.
Yeah, no doubt.
That's pretty much
that's or that body there.
I really like these skid plates, and I really like how they did different brass options on this one, because they did that's kind of inspired them to do this different brass movement on this. Is this whole new build they did?
Yeah. You think this shit build is just to promote some of the product?
I think it's gonna really kick this one's butt out the box. I think really.
Dennis, are you able to send
Well,
that?
what's different about it besides the chassis? What electronically is different? What servo is different? What axle?
Well, like you just said, you could put a brushless motor right to the ESC, and that's already alone saving you a lot of money.
So that's
listen,
an ESC.
hear me out.
That's an upgrade that everybody does. Electronic.
Hear me out on that. That's only a $20 receiver for me.
Yeah, it's a platform. I mean, you could have sold
it because the Shop Mini was talking about the ESC, like the stock ESC with the FearTech. I mean, I know how convenient that is, but if you're gonna build a rig,
you're going
hang on one
buy
second.
that anyways.
Yeah, if you're gonna build a rig,
okay, but if you buy another one of these, you're just gonna dump this chassis and get a different chassis. And what they did is now that one you're actually gonna put some time and try to make it work with that chassis before just throwing it away, though.
Oh yeah, understandable.
Yeah. And then like I said, you got Brandon working on stuff. Grizz, I know he's working on stuff.
I think it's the retro platform too. I mean, there's gonna be sought after.
And what I like about it
it's
too
gonna be
is that we don't have to wait months and months to go buy other upgrades. We already have them on our other rigs.
Yeah, so we can start right off and start modifying and figure it out within a week.
And not throwing a bunch of more money away down the drain. We already have it.
Hey Dennis, are you able to send that link to the guys in your WhatsApp? Because I'm not in that WhatsApp.
I left the WhatsApp.
Oh, okay.
But I think it'll fly like the Betty did.
But I'll tell Mass to send it to you, Queen.
I think it'll fly like the Betty. I mean,
I'm gonna go on mute right quick.
It'll be something that like certain people want, but we'll see. The platform, every platform just goes nuts. So if there's something there, there's something there, and there's already been something there. It's obviously who we got enough of them, don't we?
Yeah, I think with the release date of this and everything being, when people are stuck inside for winter for all the cold states, like they targeted a market with this.
Yeah.
And they're gonna hit that market. Like they're gonna sell a ton of these.
4-wheel steer, we could all do that, but you know what I mean? There's the controller with it, but like what's his name says, there's a negative. You can't adjust trim.
Yeah, no trim adjustment on it.
No trim adjustment.
There's an overall trim adjustment, but not individual trim adjustment.
But they did give a different platform, a different chassis for people to start using their mind on. So I see where a lot of you guys are at. I mean, you just get something in your hand, and then the mind starts to create. What works, what doesn't.
Yeah,
How
exactly.
can
You're
we-
just not gonna throw away the chassis. You're just not gonna throw away the chassis like you used to
Yep.
now.
I
You're
mean,
gonna work with it.
how do you think we ended up with the hard parks and in the Spectras and in
Yep.
the Maz's cheat codes and
I think that's why they
and-
released it,
and
because it's kind of their
Bully.
release of their cheat code. It's kind of doing their cheat their own off the box.
we got all those chassis from somebody's looking at the stock XCS24 and be like, what can I do with this? And
Well, and I think the fact that you could have turned a stock SCX24 into this truck and nobody did it yet.
Yeah.
So that's something different too. Like they did something that hasn't been done yet for the 24 market. Well, sort of. There are some other trucks that are out that are similar to it, but they're old at this point.
How much
Some
more
people don't remember them.
how much more does it really honestly cost to make this a 4-wheel steer?
More than what it costs to buy one of those over an SCX24.
Yeah, if you took
Exactly.
one brand new out the box, you need a servo, or you're gonna spend 28 on the steering axle.
I mean,
you can
you're
just
gonna
buy the whole kit from Injora for $100 to rear steer your whole kit. It's a front and
with
rear
axles and
servo,
everything. Yeah.
Axles and
So
everything.
now you get now you're getting it all out the box. New
160.
chassis, new look, new platform for what?
I just don't think it looks that
150,
great.
160.
Think
What
about
I-
it, everybody's
Well,
gonna
you're
make
gonna
nylon
change the
anyway.
body. Everyone's gonna do their own stuff to it.
exactly.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't see it changing. Oh, I'm sorry.
What?
I don't see it changing the standard. Like, oh no,
No, I don't even think that was the whole point of the change the standard though.
you know what I mean? I don't think it's gonna change the standard. You know what I mean?
Definitely not.
It's gonna everything new, everything different helps advance what we have though.
I can't
Yeah,
wait to get my hand on that.
still the
Like I
bracket.
said,
24
if somebody's got a
platform.
new platform in their hand, it's a new shape, a new design, and people's
But it's not a new platform at the same time because the axles are similar and all.
That's
the
why I
parts
said what is different.
It's
there's
a
nothing
modified
new
platform, yeah.
besides a chassis.
Right.
And they're like,
Well,
oh,
what
it's a new
happens if they would have
electronic.
came
Well,
out with
that's-
different axles? Then you're gonna have to wait another month or two for aftermarket parts again.
But as you see what they did with the axles, they didn't plan on coming out with new axles, but they did come out with hubs for their axles.
I like that. That's killer. That's
Which
killer.
those will be able to be. You can put those on an SCX24.
Right.
Because
So yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
that's
they're
what
for.
I was-
The axle is no
they're gonna
different.
sell. Those are gonna
It
sell
even
out.
says
Those are
in
gonna
the
sell out. I
store,
guarantee
all those
They're gonna
parts
sell
go
out.
between the two rigs.
Fast.
They're gonna sell out.
Yeah, all parts are combined between the two rigs. I mean, besides it.
Yeah, they're gonna sell out fast.
It's the
So-
same trans, it's the same trans plate, it's the same motor.
In
it's
in the
same
comments, there's
turbo.
in the comments, JD's RC's mentioned that it would be nice to have a builder's kit for it. I think the problem with that is the price point. You're not going to save
Yeah.
any money by doing a builder's kit on these.
No, that's what we were talking
honestly.
about too before we went live. They could sell it as it not already built, but just not with
But
electronics.
they can't
Because
sell it
everyone's
to
gonna
the,
put their electronics and their own servos in it.
yeah, but the only
Yeah.
issue with that is they can't sell it to
just-
the person that walks into
And
the
the
Yeah.
body.
yeah.
They don't
And
hit
a
the
clip
market that
Yeah, you
way.
gonna-
though.
you gonna-
Nobody
Yeah.
buys builders kits but us. Like the
Yeah.
general public does not buy that. Only we
They-
do.
No.
They
And they don't
even
sell
could
enough of
have, they even could have advanced the portal market. Like they could have came out with a new axle for it that worked.
Yeah,
really
I was
well.
thinking. Yeah, I was thinking they're gonna put portals on that one. That would have been
Yeah,
nice.
they could have came with a new
But-
axle by them for these.
Yeah. I think we're
It would
missing
be
what they're
awesome if they
doing.
came out with a
Though.
portal
You know, like
axle 24.
they're
No,
not.
no,
they're
it's
not trying to
retro.
work that hard.
It's throwbacks. Axle does throwbacks all the time.
Yeah, they're
No,
not
but
trying to
the-
work
the-
that
the-
hard.
the other thing too. Imagine if they would do different axles, then it's not gonna be the same size comparison as what we're trying to keep it is. Then we're gonna be mad about
Right.
that if they went any bigger.
Right.
But not only that, it's a throwback, like I said, and they do throwbacks. And you can't do a throwback and then put it on this chassis if that's not what it is.
Yeah, and then
It's buggy, right? So they had to make a chassis. Everything
Yeah,
else they
for-
didn't have to
The
do.
little Capra.
Yeah. And it's just
Well,
to
we're
copy and
talking about a
paste
Capra long
the
enough.
chassis.
They'll probably make one. Everyone's gonna, everyone's
Did they
talking about
discontinue
it.
the Capra?
They'll make one.
they discontinued the base model Capra. The four-wheel
Okay,
steer
base
is still available. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but we're crying. We want one of these size Capra, 24 scale Capra, a real one, real size. Not 18 scale or 10 scale. We want a real 24 scale capper release.
I think Injora did it better than Axial would, though.
They did.
Honestly.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
What was his name? Like I talked about before, there was one guy, it was Crawler Works, not Grizzly.
Yeah.
That had the RB1, but then right before he disappeared, he released a little one that could RB1, but it was exactly a Capra.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know the one you're talking about.
Yeah.
And
I'm trying to find one.
Yeah.
She ain't gonna find it unless someone has it, and I don't think they're gonna get off it.
But something happened with those guys. I don't know exactly what happened.
Yeah, it had some Hawaiian name or some shit to it, but it was
Latin name or something.
it was literally like they took
Give me the 3D printed one.
downsized it and
Yeah, it was El Chivo.
Yes, El Chivo.
Yeah.
Yes, Fabs, you would know. Yeah, Anthony. Yeah, the El Chivo.
Yeah, so I don't know what happened. So the dude asked me to test out some products of his, right? So I'm like in a group chat with a few other people, and I don't know, man. He was just sketchy, and then that El Chivo design, I guess he got someone else designed it, and he started selling it or something.
Yeah.
And I don't know, he was supposed to like split the guy off or something, and he never did. So I was like, yo, I can't even be a part of all this. Da 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 da. Yo, I'm out.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, they had some kind of.
Yeah, it was a weird situation that.
Yeah, for sure, man.
But that was the closest to a 124 actual Capra that I've ever seen.
Yeah, other than I've seen somebody that did a custom one that they built
Yeah.
the whole thing out of styrene, and almost a complete like reproduction in a 24 scale, but it's not a something that somebody
plug
could
right
do.
here, guys. If you guys are trying to, beef up the weight in your front axle, hard park RC has these with the
those things are nice.
How much
with
weight
the
is that?
slugs, huh?
How much weight is that?
Depends
A
on what
lot.
titanium slugs you put in.
It's not 30. I weighed everything together. It's 32 grams with all the slugs, hardware, the brass inserts for
Each
both
side?
of them. For both
Or
of them.
total.
Yep, total.
Oh yeah, and those are complete hubs too, right? One
Yep.
piece. Yeah,
It's a knuckle.
Do they fit all of your standard size wheels and tires?
Yeah. So here I got a trio right here, trio type B. These
Because
clear.
they don't. Do they sink into the wheel? Oh, they do.
Yep. So they're like sunken into the wheel, and then even with these hard park wheels with the 0 offset hubs, it gets narrower than they're narrower than the trios. So when you put these bad boys on, it literally sucks them under the wheel. Hold up, if I could get it on.
I think the only wheels you're gonna have issue with are like the cheaper, like Injoras and stuff like that have the funky
Screw heads
pattern
in
on
the back.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, the 15-hole Injoras.
Anthony.
What's up?
That's what
That's
those
the
are, the
brakes
cheap
on that?
15 holes.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, not even the 15-hole though.
The
Like,
only
I don't have any right here,
thing
the
these
super cheap
knuckles
ones.
take, you're gonna have to get a custom made steering link with M2 hardware.
Yeah, I was just looking at Super 8s just about 2 hours ago. The fronts are sold out.
Are they?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what sells out immediately for them.
All
Are
the
the
fronts are
fronts.
sold out. Yep.
I got a couple sets of them.
Because people build rear steer rigs with them.
There's not that many people building rear steer though with Super 8s.
I think
like,
in the Asian community, dude, I think in other countries, it's huger
Well,
than
there-
maybe.
But the Ripper's sold out right now too. So
That's a good deal right now.
yeah,
Just buy
149,
two
but it's sold out.
rear axles will work.
Let me show
It'll
y'all
go.
this. Here's a Texas just what's up, man? There's a Texas just sent me something.
Yeah, because I was gonna order the Ripper and the Ripper from one guy, and I was gonna get they're all
Y'all
sold
see
out.
this?
yeah, the CR18 builders.
Yeah, I hadn't
Oh, it's
seen
a
it.
builder's
Edge-
edition.
Yeah, Edge of Texas just sent me that. I hadn't seen that.
Oh, nice.
Not all Edge of Texas because I hadn't seen that. That's pretty cool. Because
It's a builder's kit.
Yeah, I want
Yeah.
that. I
Oh
want that
yeah, it
Hunter.
says it right on there.
I want that Hunter, man.
Sorry, I'm working over here.
What's up, everybody?
What's up, man?
Yo,
Hey,
Messy
man.
boy.
Glad you guys finished up.
Hey Maz, I asked you a question. I'm trying to call you earlier. It's just a simple question. Hey, are your chassis in stock all the time now?
No, Zach Dutter just bought the last one about 5 minutes ago.
So, no, what I'm saying is it an every Friday release, or I just
no, it's all the time.
All right, good.
Right now.
All right, good. Because
What you gonna do with that, Zach? Send it to me.
Yeah, hell yeah. He put
that's what I did with with number 0.
Oh, hey Zach, did that package finally get to you?
It finally did, and it was.
Okay,
I don't
good.
think it was. It wasn't out of schedule for me. Like it came right on time.
Okay, good.
Yeah, and I meant to say thank you earlier.
Yeah, no problem.
I actually have that chassis in my green truck right now, and it's working beautifully.
Very nice.
Prove it. If I had good internet, I would have loaded some photo and video earlier, but I don't.
Where are you at in the damn Snowcat?
No, even at my housing, we have horrible reception here. You know, I'm on the top of a mountain in the middle.
I was trying to go for a boat ride, Zach.
No boat ride right now, buddy.
No.
Man,
yeah,
those are sexy.
I went on there to look at those and try to get me a pair of those, and they said goddamn sold out. So I had to buy me a cheat code instead.
He did. He bought it before the deal. I said, God dang,
you got
all it is, Zach, is
now,
just read. You just read. You just read, Zach. That's all. You just read what time I say on them posts, and it'll tell you exactly what time.
You're carrying those now too, Maz?
Yeah.
I didn't know you're.
Yeah,
I just gotta go to your website, dude.
And there's the brass knuckles and diff covers and portal covers as well for them.
Those have the CVDs with them?
Yeah, they come with CVDs and stuff.
Dude, when I order those, if I order those from you, do I get a sticker too?
Well, hell yeah. Comes on the package.
Oh, you got the things for them too.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Oh, I need.
Sorry, I'm gonna get out of here.
Hey, Dennis.
That's what the SCX is right, Maz.
Dennis,
how much more wider are those?
Hey, if I order those portal pieces tonight or tomorrow, you gonna send me a sticker with it?
I don't have any but the big stickers right now.
Oh wait, I need a big sticker for the garage. You're still sitting there empty.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody but you.
I'd go ahead and order them portals if you're gonna order them.
I have a couple sets of the portals, but I want the brass. I want all the brass covers. Yeah, the portal cover sets. Those are.
Man, what you think about the truck, man? Since we got you on here.
So hold on one second. Well, go on to something else. Hold on, I got a text. Hold on.
Yeah, you can't think it.
I can't chew bubble gum and walk.
Yeah, because I can't order your chassis until my taxes come. Then I'm ordering your chassis.
I got you.
All right, guys. You guys have a nice one, man. Nice talking to everybody.
Vince, you got my number now anyway, so
yeah, of course.
Yeah, you just hit me up, man. Whatever, email, whatever, you know how to get in contact with me. I appreciate you jumping on there. I want you to get on there.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it.
All that stuff you got, man. Thank you, man.
It's been a while.
Oh, yeah, it's been a while.
Peace. Guys, have a good one.
Thank you, man.
Later.
Peace.
CNC. There's a text. I sent you the link. I don't know if is Justice still there?
Hey, Grizzly.
What's up?
I'm gonna send you a message on Instagram. I want to talk to you about a drop hitch for the Tinker Time build.
Okay.
Brandon, I love the bumper.
The
Gladiator bumper.
The Gladiator bumper, yeah.
Oh, dude, yeah, it's so sick. Yeah, it's great. And you know, that's a full Grizzly Works build, so that's the perfect addition to that truck.
Prove it.
Nice.
Prove it. You know what? Suck these nuts, bitch. Prove it. Where's it at?
I can prove it, bro.
Prove it.
It looks nice, Maz. I haven't been on in a while.
Let me know. Let me know.
Prove it.
Man, before we shut this thing down, let me know what you think.
What'd you say?
What do you think about it before we shut this thing down?
The AX24.
We're gonna be in the back. Yeah,
I mean,
so,
it's different. I mean, it's just like anything else, man. I mean, I'm sure it's a good starting point, you know. I don't think it's going to replace the SCX, but I mean, it's another option, you know.
Yeah.
I think a lot of guys like the big double barrels and stuff like that, and the big tires and all that. And I think, you know, that'll be a good starting point for somebody, you know, that wants to do something like that.
Are you doing parts for that one too?
Say what?
You gonna do parts for that one?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Chassis designs are going to be simple for it because of the style chassis it is.
Yeah.
The new frame rails and stuff will be
right?
super simple. Yeah.
Yeah.
Carbon would be nice. I think he said that earlier. So carbon would be real nice.
Axial already has a carbon set
They
for
do?
it.
Oh, I
Yeah,
didn't know
you
that.
can purchase the carbon uprates for it.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
What's up, Dirk?
Yeah, they're on. I
Hey,
saw those.
Hey,
Earlier.
Dirk.
Hey, Dirk.
Dirk, so you already know what we're talking about.
Going psycho.
Give me your thoughts.
here's the chassis for the AX10.
Hell yeah.
The original.
Yep.
Nice.
You had the
So they
AX10.
just
Yeah,
they just miniaturized
AX10 was
That's
bad.
what the
Was it
carbon
not
one
bad?
looks like.
It was a bad.
it was. I mean, it was the first RTR crawler
But man,
available, and it worked pretty good.
we're darn good.
But it wasn't. I mean, it wasn't really performing any better than the things we were mocking up out of Cloud axles or TLT axles.
I don't think so.
But it was based on a lot of what people were already doing. But you could get it RTR. You could buy it and run it. I mean,
Right.
You didn't have to
It
build
opened the market for a lot of people.
yeah, it's the same way that people look down on, say, Tamiya because of whatever. The quality. They're not competitive vehicles, whatever. But they without Tamiya, there wouldn't have been an Axial or a Trax. I mean, they were around forever and got going. Just like this is what got the RTR game going, and now there's everybody else.
All right.
So I like the vehicle for nostalgia, but also I just want to have another one in my collection.
Yeah, that's what I said. I like that. I know, right?
And the truth comes out.
I mean, it's
Right.
just the truth. Yeah.
He's that third group Ken was talking about.
Yo. You thinking we get Dustin on here? He just
Man, I just doubled down. I just went.
You went ham. I just seen it come through.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
what you just do, man.
I just
Damn, he fought a
Oh,
love.
Dustin.
building some shit.
I hear you. I just sent it to you, Dustin. I don't know if you got time. We're gonna shut it down shortly, in a few minutes. I'm just gonna see if you want to jump on. If anybody else want to jump in, let me know in the chat, and I will get you the link some kind of way. But yeah, so I'm excited about it. I know it might sound weird, but
Who's getting one?
You are.
I already ordered one.
I've got one ordered.
I think nobody say he ordered one too.
Psycho said 2. Grizzly said 3.
Grizz got 3.
I'm getting one. I just can't get
See you,
one. Right
Mike.
now. I'm gonna get one.
See how
Grizz, you getting mine too?
They haven't even said when it's available yet, right?
I forgot to say.
Later next month.
Okay.
I mean, honestly, I got enough stuff. I just need to buy the chassis and I'm ready to go.
Dustin said to send him a link.
I did. I sent it to him
Okay.
on. Well, I thought I did. On let me try again. IG. I thought I sent it to you. Anyway, hold on a second. I forgot to send this to Matt Harris, y'all. Can y'all believe it?
Oh,
I was trying to get in here earlier, but I kept getting distracted by kids and everything else.
Oh no, I appreciate you jumping on, man.
Well, if I was to do one, I'd probably go to their website after they release it and see how much their stock chassis is and just buy the stock chassis because I have everything else. I have,
So
3 sets of axles sitting here, I can, and servos and electronics. I can build another one, just need a chassis.
yeah, you'll need frame rails, links, and skid at least for it, and the servo mounts.
That's really all that's different, huh?
That's the only difference is between
Well, when
them.
you buy an act, when you
Well,
buy
and the
Axial-
bucket
when you buy a
sliders.
chassis for the Axial SCX24, you get the frame rails, the battery tray, and the shock towers with it.
Yeah, as long as they release it that way, because like the carbon,
They-
carbon
they-
frame rails they release, it's just frame rails. There's nothing else with it.
They might part it out and make you buy everything separate.
Yeah.
Now they've got that flat skid, and
The flat
But I
skid
mean,
because that fits everything.
On a skid, a slider.
I don't think the skid will actually fit everything though.
I don't think so either.
I don't think the bolt pattern's the same, and it looks like it's wider.
It does. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Sure
They
doesn't look-
said it says it fits both.
Really?
It's on the website.
Hmm.
The parts are on the
Prove
website.
it.
Well,
go to the
the parts
website.
are, but the skid is not. You don't buy the skid as the parts. It's part of the
No,
chassis.
they have a brass skid available
Oh, do
for
they?
it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's on the website, so it should say because everything else says it fits.
I've seen websites be wrong.
Well, it's their website, so if they get it wrong, I mean, big.
Well, then they're not going to do shit about it, but tell you,
Prove
oh,
it.
we got it wrong.
Yeah, it's not. It's not a secondary website. You know, they're the mother website. It's them. But yeah, it's on the website, so it should say. Everything else says between the SCX24 and whatever the heck they call that.
AX1
It says will not fit the SCX24.
will
Yeah,
not.
those brass parts are compatible with both, from what I hear, from what I've seen.
That's not
What up,
what
y'all?
So if it's
Tycho just
not,
said.
it should be on the website. That's what I'm saying.
And in the website, in their product details, it says only fits AX24, will not fit SCX24
Well, there's our answer. That's for the skid plate.
for the brass skid that they offer.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's our answer.
Yeah, because the skid looks wider and the link mounts are different on it.
Yeah, because on the description in their Instagram, it lays down like the grams and weights of everything there when I checked, and it just stated everything fit between the two. So that's the
They
answer.
just want you to spend your money.
Yeah.
But I mean, still, I got the hubs. Those things are piqued my interest a lot. That's about it though.
I'm curious about it. Get it up close and see it, and see if there's enough room in there, what motors you can put in and different things. And
Because it's the same transmission, same motor.
I didn't realize that. So,
Yeah, motor transmission are the same on it.
There's gonna need some motor grind.
Literally,
So
like
I
the only
think
thing it was the chassis and the body.
I
Even
think
though-
anything oversized motor is not going to fit on that stock chassis setup though, because it's
It's tight.
Yeah, it looks tight. It sure looks tight.
yeah, it does look tight, but I mean, I wonder how much.
I knew that was going to come
You
out
might
at
be
some
able to
point.
get a 50 in there, but maybe that's it.
2FM busted that out earlier in his video too.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I've had this Axial for a while. I don't know what you guys are
what you guys are
A lot
doing.
of a lot of people are knocking it because there's a lot of the same stuff, but that also means when it comes out, there's already a shit ton of upgrades available for us right out of the gate.
Right.
Who's
Right.
that upper left?
Like you
You
can put
already
any
know.
kind of rims and tires you want on it. They
Hey,
all fit.
are you
right?
able to adjust the trim on that and the rear?
Yeah.
You are on that, but not on this. And that's how old is that?
10 years.
Shit, who knows, man? You can set it to just rear
10 years
steer.
out of date, 10 years out of date, but we couldn't get a new one with trim on a 4-wheel steer RTR.
Yeah, it's because this
I'm
one
just
has 4
saying,
different
hey.
settings. You can do front steer or just rear steer, and you can set the trim on both that way, or crab or 4.
What radio you using?
I mean, what's
The stock one.
Spend another
wow.
$2 to make that happen. Like,
That's cool.
Different
Yeah, and isn't that
modes
rig
for
only like
different
$100 too?
yeah. Yeah, $100 ladder chassis kind of style design. It's very similar. It's gonna be.
It's
that
It's
motor on axle though, right?
yeah.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
It's motor on axle, so that's
And it's
going to be
just-
the biggest difference.
it's just an okay crawler.
Yeah, no, it's not great by any means. These Lego tires it comes with are ass. If you switch those out, it's actually not too bad.
Are they ass ones? Ones?
What's up?
What's your thoughts on
Is that upper north?
Yeah,
What are you doing, man? Where the hell you been?
shit, kicking it, bro. I had COVID.
Hey, me too, brother.
Oh, you had the vid?
I pulled
I
through.
did.
Baz probably gave it to you.
No, Dirk had it to me.
I know he did. Then he came
Yeah.
over to my house with that fucking mask on. You can't say no to him.
You really can't.
Especially when he's got a knife held to your throat, you know?
Hot dogs in that mask. I was like, man.
Dude, when I saw the release and I saw that it wasn't a 1/24th honcho, I thought fucking Dirk was going to go on a killing spree.
No,
Nah,
I mean,
he was already settled.
if it
No,
hadn't
he likes the
been,
AX10 though.
if it hadn't been the AX10, I might have been a little bit disappointed. But
Dirk and Small Crow.
I'm just glad that it was, you know, a 24, something with a little bit different. I'm curious because I don't own any Spectrum electronics radios or anything, but with it being Spectrum, I wonder if it'll bind to those people that have Spectrum radios already, and then you could.
I don't think so.
No,
It probably won't. It's a 2-in-1, so I doubt it.
Protocol.
Well, there are some 2-in-1s that'll bind to the Spectrum radios. It just depends on what protocol they're using for the frequencies and stuff.
Right.
Because
But
Spectrum uses, I think, like 3 different things for
as
theirs.
far as the rear steer not having adjustability, as far as like dialing it in,
Mhm.
that's something that if you're swapping radios anyway,
Yeah.
you can take care of.
Yeah.
If it does work with other Spectrum radios though, like the Rugged or the other DX ones, it'll be pretty cool because then you can buy just the ESC separate and throw in other rigs and get 4-wheel steer real simple.
Yep.
Because that's the thing with the TRX4M. I mean, you can bind that up to the TQI radio. Then
Right.
you have a whole lot more where you can set endpoints and do all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Well, if
So
I can
not
if I
sure.
can bind it to my DXC, I wouldn't want to because I'm gonna have a separate receiver for that and a smaller ESC.
Oh, yeah.
Why would I still want that big ESC? You know?
That's
Right,
me.
right. Well, that ESC receiver combo, it's pretty goddamn big. Or it looked like it, probably because of the size of that chassis. But
Well, it's in the very top of it too. So
Yeah, and it looks bigger than like a V1 or a V2.
It does.
So
And I bet it's not as smooth as V2 electronics. Just because I bet Spectrum isn't as good for some reason.
Well, even people
But I
who
don't
aren't
know.
excited about this release should be, because this will at least maybe put pressure on other companies, other brands to do 4-wheel steer. So at the very least, you could look at it as a benefit that hopefully this comes from, more vehicles come out like this if you're not into this one.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I'm not crazy about their brass upgrade options.
No, that's
Because
just
brass.
Some of them don't.
their diff cover, it's lighter than most diff covers.
Yeah, somebody was mentioning that earlier.
The servo tray only fits the AS1 and like servos.
Yeah.
right, which aren't very many.
Plus, the only thing that interests me is the hubs. That's it.
Those hills look pretty cool. I like those.
I do
like
like
the
that they
I like
did
the
the
carbon
Rock
rails.
Lizard tires, the Rock Lizard tires, but bigger.
yeah,
Yeah.
there's 64 millimeter tires.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what they
It's
are.
a-
64. That is
Mhm.
pretty big.
Yeah.
It's a lot like the old low-C mini crawler or the
Mhm.
Red Cat Sumo.
64 millimeters.
Yeah. What else is 64? That's like the little guy size, huh?
Yeah, little guys and the new Injoras.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I
put
guarantee
some
you
of those-
Proline will put something out. So the bad thing is Proline just released or just announced
Yeah.
their shocks. They're not gonna fit this because they're too short.
Yeah. Mhm.
Wait a minute. Is
Dude,
it
those-
Proline doing the shocks or JC Concepts?
Proline's doing a big
No.
one.
Fine.
It's Proline.
I can't wait for them
They got
shocks.
the tires and then the shocks.
Yeah, me
The
neither.
full shocks that are
They look
supposed to be
awesome.
Looking at the specs on those shocks though,
You can pre-order them right now.
they're only a 34 millimeter and they only have 8 millimeters of stroke on it.
It's
Really?
fine with me.
Yeah, because they
As
have to
As
have
long
all
as
the
it's
all the extra
smooth
room
action,
for the.
I'm good with
Yeah.
that.
200
They
mile
have
an
to
hour,
have-
8 millimeters of sail though.
I'm
What's that?
immediately going to throw the OGRC kit comp pin tires and double barrels, but have it force stroop.
That sounds good. They're lowered a little bit. Yep.
That's why I'm buying two. One stay in stock.
Well, I
one
said that.
getting loaded.
There you go.
Yeah, same here.
There you
Must
go.
be nice to be rich.
Not rich. Just getting
I don't
ready
know.
for it. I've got a little while because they always put this out about a month or so in advance.
You tell us, you overpriced bastard.
Yeah, right.
I've been on Facebook. I've seen how overpriced you are with your shit products. Goddamn.
Yeah, hell yeah, I bet. You got to get on there and bash me a little bit though.
Oh God, I can't even stand to be on there anymore.
Man, I can't either, man. That shit's so toxic, man. You would have thought you'd have thought people damn killed somebody's damn firstborn today when they damn was starting.
Oh
to
my
talk
God,
about
yeah.
that.
What happened?
Where you been, man? Where you been? I don't know where you want us to start over at.
The beginning.
Damn.
Oh God.
Bring out.
We ain't got
they
the
gonna
time
go
for
bring-
that right
I
now,
want
brother.
to know what happened.
In the
to
beginning,
force
there
the
was
season.
Adam. And
I need to go to bed.
I think I asked everybody.
Hey, before you do that, Zach, go and put a hate post about me on Facebook for me. I ain't had
Dude,
one.
I don't even have a Facebook. I don't need, why would I do that? I just
Guru, I
spent
sent you the link. I
fucking
sent all y'all the
the
link.
money with you.
He wasn't invited. I sent it to you, Guru.
He didn't send it to me either.
Or me until later.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I sent the wrong link. My bad. But I did send some. I thought I sent it to y'all. I sent the
Like
actual,
me, you don't
actual
delete all the
video.
old
My
crap.
bad. But yeah, so we're gonna close this thing now, man. I appreciate all you guys doing it. I'll go about 2 more minutes. Anybody in the
Oh, I
chat?
thought we were already
About
done.
all I got left in me.
Or better yet, just send me a message on IG or Facebook, and I'll send you a link if you guys want to jump on.
Sorry, Chris.
I appreciate you guys.
I'm trying to hold it in because like we're still live and I want to make comments and I can't.
We're gonna do a back.